should just be looking at me, the star of Adtopsy. Do we have the rights to this music? Oh, are we getting sued?
We are actively sued right now.
Oh God,
It does sound like somebody is
who's cooking?
In the kitchen. Yeah.
Are those sound effects we edit in? Should I pipe in some more sound effects?
It sounds like we're in the back of like there.
Yeah. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef. Corner.
Yes, chef.
All right. So the link is live on the YouTube channel. I'm just going to tweet it out now.
Do any of you watch the television show FBI?
No. Thinking about it.
Sounds like a dad show.
I don't know anything about it. I just know that they're filming. They're filming outside my building right now.
Oh, is that what's so noisy?
No.
Zing. Nikki coming with the heat already.
Someone is in a kitchen right now.
Yeah. Can we isolate? Who is this?
Is it me?
Wait, it's got to be Rabah. Rabah, where are you? Are you in a WeWork?
I'm in an Amex lounge at
That's the sound.
LAX.
Now that you have identified it, that is 100% the sound we hear. Yeah.
It does sound like generic. If I downloaded like ambient sounds
in a restaurant lounge,
right?
Yeah.
So it's not distracting. It's more of like a texture to the audio.
Yeah.
It's really adding something. Yeah.
Perfect. I've had internet anxiety all night. Okay, I just tweeted it out.
Do we still get to see comments?
Yeah, you just click on comments up on the right.
Okay, so there just hasn't been one yet.
They will. They'll pop up on the screen too. I'm not sure what view you're looking at, but if you're looking at the live view, they will show up.
How many months has it been since we've been online?
9 months.
9 months. Holy
wow!
We could have had a child. Our first Adtopsy baby.
Wow.
God, I missed you, baby.
It's been 9 months since your Adtopsy.
Oh God.
New music. New theme music.
Dude, I raged that CD. I used to be so bare naked ladies to the gills.
Yeah.
Who didn't?
Can you sing rap that whole song right now?
Possibly, I don't know. I got switched into the hip hop vibe, but there was Flagpole Sitta.
Yeah, that's Harvey Danger. That's Harvey.
No,
Danger,
I know it's
yeah.
Harvey Danger, but it was kind of in that same that music consumption time of my life, and that was like one of the bangers.
I think that is a song I can recite every word of.
Flagpole Sitta.
Yeah, Flagpole Sitta. I'd karaoke that for sure.
Yeah, it's a jammer. It's a banger. I don't have any shame about it.
Jerry, 10 out of 10, I would go to karaoke with you. I bet you know the spots.
I'm a fun person to karaoke with for sure. I'm not a good singer.
What's your go-to, Nikki?
My go-to?
Yeah.
Probably like a Lady Gaga jam from like the early 2000s. Yeah, I'm also a terrible singer, but I would totally go.
Are you American Horror Story?
No, I'm a little wimp when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get nightmares.
Great.
We got Brett Fish, Oliver Blackshop in the chat, Liminific. I can't pronounce that one. But happy to see you guys.
Limnificent? Is that it?
Is this on my YouTube also?
Nope.
Okay.
What happens in 1 minute?
Then the show starts.
Oh, costume change, Ike.
No. When Barry brings up a good point, then I'll switch to him.
T-minus 40 seconds.
That's big brain.
Nicole, I'll push the
30
things
seconds.
forward during this part.
Nicole has one job, Jess, and now you're taking it.
No, he's got many jobs
20
now.
seconds.
Nicole spelt her hometown wrong in the chat. Way to go.
Shame.
10,
No.
8,
No.
7,
All right,
6,
got that music, Nicole?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Cut it hard.
All right. Here we go. Welcome back after the 9-month what's it called where you like sleep for hibernation of Adtopsy, back for a special holiday spectacular. We have the entire crew here, plus some very special friends. Starting myself, Jess Bachman, as the host. We also have Rachel Jackson as the honeymooner.
Aww.
Almost, so close. Then we have Ike as video editor in chief. Welcome, Ike. We also have Nikki Brazier as Saint Nicholas.
I don't hate it.
Nicole came up with that one. Then we have Barry Hott as off-duty Santa. Barry, I think we need to sort of fix your fix something there, but we'll do that. Then we have Rabah Rahil as back again for another one. Rabah, is this your third?
This is tee up the meme. I got one more in me. I've lost count at this point.
Too many to count. We have Nicole Valadares as the producer of the show, as always. Welcome, Nicole. Then we have the chat, who is the unsung heroes. Say hello, chat. We got Kirk Williams, Brett Fish, all kinds of fun people up in here. And so we are starting the show. Barry, there you're back. Perfect.
I'm back.
So Nicole, we can probably kill
drama?
The club music. Great. So we have. I want to do I definitely wanted to bring Adtopsy back. We got actually a lot of requests to bring it back. We're bringing it back for real in January, but we had to close out the year with a very special holiday spectacular. There won't be any singing here unless, Barry, you surprise us with something.
Later.
Maybe later. Okay, great.
Later.
Don't want to spoil
stick
it.
around. Yeah.
But we have three fun segments. We have the Adtopsy hopefuls, which are ads that we really, really, really wanted to win, but we're not. And maybe we can diagnose those and sort of see what happened there. Then we have Barry's naughty or nice list, which I won't go into much detail, but
Oh wow!
Was I supposed to prepare that? Uh-oh.
And we're moving.
You didn't.
And we're moving.
Maybe I left you off that email chain. It's my bad. And then we have Adtopsy bangers. It's not just all losers here. We did want to pull together some of our favorite ads that were certified winners, and maybe try and figure out what is the magic about them. So I'm just going to share my screen, and we'll get started. Appreciate everyone for filling in the awkward pauses.
Really
Totally.
We're rusty, Jazz.
I was gonna make some sort of Notion Maxi comment. A little late on the draw for you, Jess. Sorry about that.
It's okay. So start with the Adtopsy hopefuls. Nicole, what do you got first?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's go. I want that. I want that CD.
2010 pop
Yeah.
punk. Love it.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's some bowling for soup in there.
Yeah.
For sure.
The
All
now
new Jingle
CD,
Masters.
Now 9,000.
Yeah, right.
You fired the other guy? That's brutal during the holidays, Jess.
Yeah.
He's been without income from us for. Wait, have we been paying him for 9 months?
9 months straight. He's been on the
Royalty.
payroll.
He's just making jingles about how sad we are to not be doing Adtopsy this whole time.
Oh, that's brilliant.
He's been sending me jingles about the unpaid invoices. And they're pretty good.
Jingle man, jingle man, jingle man, make songs.
They're better than that. But yeah.
We're really just we're gonna jump right into the deep end with this one.
Starting off hot with this one, huh?
Okay.
So just
wait, Jess. What is this? I don't understand this segment.
Yeah,
these are things that we thought were going to do well.
Yeah. So
you didn't hear the song? The song explained it all.
Okay.
As performance marketers, we always follow the performance, but sometimes that can feel like a little pigeonholed, and you don't try new things. And in order to unlock the new things that are shared around Twitter, you have to try new things and see if they work. And that's part of our job. And so a lot of these are just things that we thought would work, or they should have worked for some reason, but didn't. So I'm just going to play this quick. Briefly, tell me if you hear any sound for this.
If you know me, you know I'm a...
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it. I can also hear the kitchen that Rabah is sitting in.
No, that's B-roll from the steak clip here. So, Ike, do you want to introduce this concept a little bit?
Yeah, so this is for a client called After.com. We realized that through some other pitches that we did that some humor was working and was showing some promising metrics. So we really leaned into this one. So I won't tell you what After.com is. You'll figure it out through this.
All right, here we go.
If you know me, you know I'm a well-done kind of guy. I like my steaks burnt to a crisp. Pizza, the blacker the better. Hell, I'll sit in a hot tub for 6 hours straight. So when it's time for me to finally leave this world, you better turn that oven on to broil, because there won't be anything left but ashes. That's why I went with After.com for pre-planning my cremation. Not only will it save me $7,000 over a traditional funeral, but I'm giving my instructions directly to them before I die. And with so many amazing reviews on their site, I know they will get this old bird cooked just how I like it. If you want to know more about online cremation with After.com, just check out their website.
Anyways, it goes into basement from there.
I love his green screen hair more than anything.
So, man, we thought this was hilarious. But
wait, can I give some backstory here, please?
Yeah, please.
So the team had this idea like the day that we got the client. They were like joking around. We were like, what kind of emotional hooks do we have to talk? Do we have to talk about people like whose loved ones passed? And then Ike was like, I don't know, I'm kind of a well done kind of guy. And it like didn't go anywhere for months and months because I refused to share it with the client. I was like, absolutely not. We're not doing this. Like, we're going to look like we have no idea what we're doing. And then to Ike's point, some really odd kind of like dark humor was working in some of our pieces. So we were like, all right, screw it. Let's bring back well done kind of guy. Shared the brief with the client before we did this, got full approval, and they were all about it. And then unfortunately the audience was not all about it. So executed perfectly though. The edit, that's all Ike. Nice
this
work.
was really just a passion project for me personally.
I love those.
So yeah, the data on it was it actually had pretty solid. We only spent like $600, but it had a pretty solid thumb stop of 47, and then I think the hold rate was like 30 or something. So it stopped people, but I'm curious, how from a performance standpoint, Barry, what's going on here? What's wrong?
Nobody. I just don't like the hook. I'd want to see like all the variations that you did on this. I trust that you did a few, but can you just start it from the very beginning?
Yep.
Because like this is one of my least favorite things any advertiser can ever do. Seriously. Play the first 1 second. If you
know me, you know
me.
Well
you
done.
You don't.
Right.
No one knows who you are. Nobody cares. You've already killed this ad in the first second. This dad was dead, as deader than this guy will be when he's well done. So don't do that. Okay? So let's ignore this whole first hook. Ignore this whole first hook. And let's keep playing for a second because there's another hook here that you should try.
I like my steaks burnt to a crisp. Pizza.
Ignore that. Ignore that. Keep going.
Blacker the better. Hell, I'll sit in a hot tub for 6 hours straight.
Okay.
So when it's time for me to finally...
Just start there. Just start there.
Right.
Just start there. That's it. If you haven't tried that, go give it another shot, because this alone is actually interesting and funny just to launch straight into when it's time for me to finally die, whatever. And like, I believe it or not, I think you can actually get this to fundamentally work.
I've actually seen something similar in the data where when we just try to hook people and we don't exactly say what the product is, because this one is such an alienating product, we have great thumb stops, which is the case of this one, but not as strong hold rates. And I think I would rather sacrifice the thumb stop a little bit to improve the hold rate and get someone to actually watch and understand the product, and that will trickle over into conversion. So I've seen that with some of our other variations.
Thumb stop as a number and hook and hold whatever as a number, like these are all not as important as the relevance, like, which is not a number. So
Right.
And I'll challenge you a little bit on the if you know me, because 47% of people are seeing that and they're like, I kind of know that guy, I'm going to see what's going on here. But I think the real issue is that the creative targeting,
food ad. They think it's going to be a food ad.
Right. All the creative targeting for the people we want starts 20 seconds in, and then there's not much audience left after that.
I think there's still something to that concept. I wouldn't throw the rest of this ad away, but
we'll see. So this
like
one was
can you wait? Sorry. Can you go back? Can you take this exact concept, leave it as is, and add a new hook about death in the beginning? And then you can actually, like, from this guy, and you could probably breathe life back into this. So the hook is targeting about death, and then it goes to humor or dying or whatever it is. I think you can actually pull it. Like, you can pull it off, I think.
Yeah. What if he said, if you know me as the cremation guy, and then go into the rest?
What if he was like, if you know me, you know I'm gonna die, and then you
know what I hate? You know what I hate about funerals is how selfish people are by taking up land with their giant dead bodies. Like, seriously, like you could have a hook like that. That would actually be even funnier.
And we actually do have a lot of footage of this particular actor talking about death. Yeah. So
he is the face of death.
He is absolutely the face of Adtopsy.com.
I just think your route in is bad there. I think the rest of the concept might actually work. You should go back and play with it.
Yeah. You don't seem like a well done kind of guy, Barry. I don't know.
Medium rare. I want to be medium rare, and I want to be eaten alive.
It is a crime that how cooked that steak is, by the way.
That's what I was going to say. That was the most offensive part of the video for me.
Maybe that's
preference for well done steak and ketchup. That was like, what's going on here?
So this one was submitted by Sour Frazier on Twitter. Great guy, great agency. This one he said didn't work, and so let's try and figure out why.
Hey! Have you done your balls yet?
I'm about to.
I was tired of waiting for him to buy an IPL, so I did it for him. I have needs too. The fuzz gun safely removes hair with high intensity flashes that also prevents body hair from regrowing. Specifically designed for men. Order your man a fuzz gun from Dude Pruner today.
Okay, so clearly this is the product which has no other route but to go lowbrow, right? Dude Pruner is the name of the product. Should I play it again? Does anyone have any initial thoughts?
I hate this.
Why? Well, why? Dig into that emotion. Is it just because it's so?
It's so weird, Nikki, because you're Nikki, you're the target audience for this.
I know, but I hate that it insinuates that like body hair on my dude is gross. I just hate that. When she's like, I have needs too. She's basically like, I'm not going to touch your nutsack if it's covered in hair. Like, that sucks. That's not fair. That doesn't make anyone like. There are plenty of people who want to do things aesthetically to their body, and that's totally fine. But going the shame route for me is not it.
Right. You don't love this, Nikki, when they just friggin' just flash you in the bathroom?
I don't hate how cheesy and silly they're being with one another. I just hate that the undertone is like, I wouldn't touch him if he had body hair, but now that he doesn't, I'm all about it. That's fucked. Come on. It's not right. And if it were a woman, if we were doing this the other way around, like all women would feel vitriol for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. it does feel like so clearly you're not a part of the target audience because there probably is enough women that feel, unfortunately, the opposite way to support this product, right?
Yeah.
Potentially, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, Jess. Like, I don't not support the product. And if somebody wanted to manscape themselves, like, go for it. I just don't like the idea that otherwise they're gross.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Can you start over? Because he's not. Wait, what does he have? He's
not
shaving.
hairy.
But wait, what is he using?
Yeah, I'm
Is he using
confused
the
by
product?
this whole hook too, because she also says something like, I was sick of waiting for him to XYZ, and I think I don't understand any of the first half.
Like, if I look like this guy, I don't know, I guess I'd care to like have a hairless body. But
Sure.
I think is the question then, is he shaving versus using laser? Is that what we're talking about?
Have you done your balls yet?
No, he's using the laser the whole
He's
time.
using it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's just waiting for him to do his junk.
About to.
I was tired of waiting for
Yeah,
him
then-
to buy an IPL, so I did it for
What?
him.
Yeah.
Wait, an IPL?
What is that?
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah, the very
Is it
first.
an intimate personal laser? I made it up.
So
What do you think?
if the hook was a problem, the hook's not a problem. The hook,
Right.
if the hook was him doing something wrong, then we'd all be on board and get it, and this would probably perform better. Like if he was there using sandpaper, right?
Right.
Like that would be funny,
Mm.
and we'd all be like, "Yeah, that's dumb."
Right.
And she'd be like, "What are you doing? We'll get a laser," like or something like that, like. Or
Yeah.
if he was waxing, oh my God, if he was putting, like, imagine he's putting wax on or about to rip it off. Like, that would be a dramatic hook.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it is a little bit muddy, so you need that like juxtaposition that before and after he's using something else and then he uses the laser to maybe more clearly communicate what's going on.
And it's like, so I think consumers are used to a before and after type format. And this is actually an after. But when you have this clip in the middle, it's like he's getting it. Now I have to go back in time to
It's
before
an after,
the previous.
before, after. That's what it is, because this is still the before, and she's telling him she needed him to get one. Yes, that I would work on the order of things.
Yeah, you could reverse those two clips.
Yep.
It's very memento-esque.
That's a bad hook, though. Like him getting this product is not.
But I like how cute their interactions.
Yeah.
Like fake.
Start
cute,
with the
but
towel. Start with the towel.
Yeah, of him like
Hey,
flashing her.
listen.
That's
Yeah, try that. See if it works. So this one, Barry, do you want to set this one up a little bit?
Yeah. So we're gonna look at the loser. So, I love what we're about to talk about because we're talking about like the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Literally, I have the top spending ad in this ad account, and then I wanted to make a like seasonal edit for it so that it could maybe get more spend and be more relevant. So I was just like, oh, let me just hit record a new hook just to stick at the front of this, and that'll squeeze more dollars out of it, and or scale it some other way. And it did the opposite. It was the worst performing ad in the history of the account. So, and I want to go back to, you had this great conversation with Taylor from Common Thread Collective. Shout out to that conversation on go on YouTube. And you guys talked about like how to improve hooks and how to like whatever. And this is an example, regardless of the actual hook data or whatever, this is an example of the opposite. This is an example of literally making a hook that just tanked the entire ad.
Yeah.
An ad, like a hook so bad that it killed the entire rest of the performance of the ad. So I don't know where you want to start.
Just to give a little bit of context of the winner one, we'll just play like 10 seconds so you get an sense of what it is.
I want you to tell me about the time you got into the most trouble with your parents.
Wow. Okay.
So then it goes into this long story, but that was the product, was that card that like prompts conversations.
You're muted, Barry.
Thanks. Sorry, there's an important cut there right after you pause that. I'll let it go for another like 5 seconds.
When I was, there's a couple of
Hold on.
I'm going to let you hear the rest in a second, but if you're interested, click this link after you're done watching my...
Okay. And now
so here's
Is
what
that
I
really
decided
your
to put.
dad? Is it
That's
really
my
your
dad. Yeah, I filmed that.
love
Yeah,
it. Very
the
sweet.
one take.
And then Here's the failure.
You're not going to believe this story that my dad just told me. And you're also not going to believe the incredible deal on the thing that I used to get this story out of my dad. Stay tuned. Just stuck that right at the beginning. Just stuck that right at the beginning of the ad. Thought that would do something.
Well, you took the cut and then you kind of like put it in the front, basically.
Yeah, but a different cut and with like it becomes a different hook, right? With a different point. And it like just failed so badly.
I wonder though if you had not put in the second half of that sentence.
Sure.
If you had just done, you're not going to believe the story that my dad just told me, and then cut to the card, because now I'm like, oh, I don't feel like.
What are you selling? Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. You're not going to believe this story. Instantly makes me be like, I'm going to believe it because you're not that interesting, and this is an ad. You know what I mean? Like,
yep. I agree.
It's very similar to what we're talking about with the Well Done Guy one, where it's like, we actually don't know you.
Yep.
You know?
I agree. 100% agreed.
But I also think depending on the target, like, who is typically the buyer for this, the cards to do the storytelling and stuff?
Jess, do you want to show that? Yeah, I gave you that screenshot. I don't know if you have it, if you saved it.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, I don't have the screenshot of the those particular metrics, but I have the watch time.
I slacked it to you. I have the numbers here because it's mostly people our age.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Which I want to share a funny anecdote. I told my dad how many people have seen this ad, which is like 9 million or something like that. It's a ton of people. And so it's all gone straight to his head. 100%. But what's funny is none of them are in his demographic. Like, so few people 65 and up have seen this ad. It's like 200,000 people. And so none of his friends would ever see it and be able to like send it to him or whatever. But like I'm in ads that people send to him of me because they're targeted to older people for whatever reason. But yeah, it's mostly women, 67% women, heavily 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and a little bit 45 to 54. Then it really peters off.
Because I do think, to Rachel's point, like sometimes the older buyers are less skeptical of the, like, I don't know you, or I'm going to believe your story. Like sometimes the older buyers are like, tell me more. So depending on who the demographic is, but yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move on to one from David Herman submitted one. He said, this is one of the best creatives we work with. We fully expected this to crush, but it ended up being one of the lowest. TBS holds and CTR were way off from 8 sheep.
Moms, it's time to gift yourself a better night's sleep, and right now 8 Sheep has a site-wide 20% off sale for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. This includes their Junior's Bedtime Lotion. It has worked wonders for my daughter. It helps her fall asleep faster and stay asleep, which means I get more sleep. If you're unsure, there's no better time to try it than now. This sale's only for a limited time, and I'm definitely stocking up on mine. Go check out 8 Sheep's sale now and give their Junior's Bedtime Lotion a try. You won't regret it.
So my first thought is it's for sleeping kids. You need to imprint in my brain a sleeping baby, not a baby that's freaking bouncing around or whatever. So I just like a parent knows what a sleeping baby looks like because it's such a refreshing sign. So you need to put that into someone's head for sure.
I thought this was sleep for her at first. So that was also, I think I'm confused about the product.
I am in their funnel so hard. They know my kid doesn't sleep. And they're like, listen. And I have almost bought this product like a whole bunch of times. But I think what's throwing me off is there's a true emotional grab when you're a parent of a kid that doesn't sleep. And it's gotta start or meet you at the like, hey mom, I know this blows, but I can make it better. And leading with the sale before I even know or understand that it's a thing that's going to make my kids sleep does not get me, unless it's wicked down funnel, or like retargeting.
Do you guys think sometimes too showing the things that you've tried in the past that have failed is like a good entry point, where when you are that parent and you tried all these things and it's like X, Y, and Z hasn't worked, finally I found, this solution. Here's what it does. Here's how it works. Oh, and by the way, here's some sauce to save some money.
Yeah, for sure, especially in the desperate to get my kids to sleep realm.
Yeah, and that's the order of operations of things. You build trust with this person because you feel like they've gone through the same thing, and then you deliver the discount, and you feel like she believes it and uses it rather than up front where it's now you're a shill, like right off the bat.
Yeah, Seaberry's previous ad. Zing.
Can you play the hook again for a second here? I'm just like the what's the text?
Moms,
Give
it's time to
yourself
gift
the
yourself
gifts
a
of
better
sleep.
night's sleep, and right
Well,
Yeah,
'cause
that's
you
weird.
don't sleep
This
when
is
your
why.
kid sleeps.
Yeah, this is what caused me a little bit of confusion. I thought that she was using this to help her sleep. And then she started rubbing her baby's feet. I got very confused.
Yeah, it's got to say moms.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
A hey
If
moms
it said
would
moms,
totally-
give yourself, or if it said give your little one the gift of sleep, or something like that.
So this is a common thing where it's like, if you had read the brief, this would have made sense. But like, no one out there has read the brief. They're coming in like cold slates. So be as simple and as clear and direct as possible if you want to communicate something here.
Yeah.
I also liked Kurt's comment in the chat where getting the showing the actual kind of like a reverse where here's the actual finals, what happens when you use the product, and then back into either the value props or et cetera, et cetera. But that's actually a really good point. Like if you see like a happy mom, with a martini or something and the baby sleeping, and then you go, how did I get to this place? It's like, fuck yeah, I want a martini with a sleeping baby. Give me that thing. Oh, it's 20% off. I'll buy 10.
Yeah, I agree. This ad desperately needs like context about what this product actually is.
Yeah, and also I'm fairly certain it's like a magnesium cream. And if you're putting stuff on your kid or in your kid or whatever, you really need to be sure of what the hell it is. So and it's hard, right? Because now we're like, pack all this stuff into a 30-second ad. But I do think that to Jess's point of building that trust with parents, like if you don't have that trust that it's safe, or like, well, what is it? Why does it work? Then that's why I haven't bought, because I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that kind of supplementation with my kid. You know what I mean?
Or Nikki, even if people aren't like know about the magnesium thing, if you throw in a line that's like, don't worry, moms, it doesn't have magnesium or whatever it is, then if someone doesn't know that, they're going to be like, oh, what? Oh, I didn't even know that, but I'm glad that it no longer has that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But I just think being like, put this on your toddler and they'll sleep without a little bit of explanation what it is probably taking some of the overprotective moms
Trust us.
and being like,
this is
trust us.
I think this is a perfect example to have some sort of quantitative social proof, like used by over 10,000 moms or something like that, where you show like, oh, people have given us money and they like us, blah, blah, blah. Maybe splash a couple like banger testimonials, rip those through and give some sort of quantitative element of trust of like, this is Nikki spot on. Like parents are not going to do that with their kids. But if I know other parents are doing it, it's going to get me this outcome. I think it's a easier path to walk.
Yep. All right. So moving on to the sponsor of this show, Motion. I would say Motion is like our big tool of the year in terms of helping us out as a creative shop. Not to diss the whatever. What is Triple Whale doing? The freaking, what was it called?
Creative Cockpit.
Creative Cockpit, but Motion kind of like blows that out of the water, or it's just like the fully functioned, always updating version of that. I'm not going to go into the specific thing, but I'm just going to show you some of the reports that you can generate in Motion. In Motion this is just an embed within Notion as well. So like the ease of use of this thing is key. And Rachel, why don't you talk a little bit about how you use Motion?
Mm-hmm. So for our team, because we're constantly trying to iterate on creative, like as a group, I will on like a biweekly basis present to the entire team the creative for the past 2 weeks by client. And so instead of having to do this manually or inside of the ad account, we use Motion to generate, just the creative over the past 2 weeks, and we review it inside Motion, where we can toggle right over the ad and see, watch it together, and then review the metrics associated with it. And so I don't have to deal with, linking out. I don't have to deal with manually writing things down in the spreadsheet. It's kind of all in one place. And then if we do have additional questions on it, I can link it out to the rest of the team, and they don't necessarily need to have Facebook permissions to kind of look inside of what exactly the ad looks like and the metrics associated with it. So yeah, it's something that's been super useful for us, especially for like our own internal reporting.
And I'll also say that there's one feature, I'm not going to say it's a feature, but that is often overlooked, particularly in marketing of SaaS tools, and that is the support and the reps and the onboarding. And AppMotion with Evan, who's here in this chat bubble, and also Kyra, it has been like second to none. Like I have not felt as supported as an agency partner as I have like from this crew. And so definitely shouting from the rooftops. I think it is a little expensive, which is why we were holding off for so long. But once we finally jumped in, we were like, this is insanely valuable. And I think if you go to motionapp.com/D2C, it's like half off for your first month. So worth doing as well. And these jingles don't pay for themselves. So I really appreciate all your support there. All right. So now we can move on, Nicole, to the next segment. We'll see if we can pull this off. Barry, are you ready?
No.
Okay.
Flat out. Absolutely not. Not even close. Go ahead. Send it.
All right. So I don't know if you can see yourself on screen here, Barry, but I tried to come up with like a Jewish Santa, I don't know, some kind of Hanukkah Harry thing.
Uh-oh. What am I missing? Wait, is it on the screen?
Look at the live preview.
Oh, I don't see the live preview.
It's on your left.
My thing is busted right now. It says that there are no speakers on stage, so I don't even know.
Well, great. you should go to all right, well, let's just all continue on, and Barry can ponder in confusion here. But what we wanted to do is ask people on Twitter, like, what are some things that should be on the naughty or nice list, and get some suggestions. So Barry, we can discuss it, but you can be the final arbiter of is something naughty or is something nice. I guess we can start with the first one. Cool.
And why does Barry get to choose? Because he has a beard?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, because he has a beard. That's the only qualification here.
I see it now, by the way. Love it.
Okay, so this first one didn't really follow the format, but I don't know if you see it, Barry, but he says the best. All right, you can take it.
Yeah, best examples of creative diversity. What are some clever ways to help Facebook get more out of your content, essentially? So carousels, video formats, statics, animated statics, GIFs, demonstrations, whatever. Which of these are the 20% to focus on, and which are okay, I guess? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Do them all. Focus on the stuff that you can make with I would say prioritize by the most juice from the least squeeze is how I'd prioritize. So like that's often statics and videos, and not carousels. I would not start with carousels. Please, for the love of God, don't start there. They require so much more work. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you all nodding along. They take so much more work and effort to plan, and then they're not guaranteed to succeed. So don't do that. Start concepts with statics. Do them as simple as you can. Find copy that works and resonates, and concepts that work and resonate, and start to build videos with it. Pay an expert like me to come in and give you some good ideas.
Here we go.
Hire a good creative agency like Fireteam or like AdCrate, and we can come in and do that for you. So there's your answers. And diversity is good. Really good. You want as much as different styles, ugly ads, not ugly ads, but yeah, mostly ugly ads.
All right, Nicole, we can go on to the next one. I'll also add that all those creative types, they don't reach the same type of customer. Statics often work better for people who are lower stage. Video often works people. So you kind of need to know where people are at in the buyer's journey, and diversity is always good. All right, Barry, do you see this one? Twitter, this is from Nick Shackelford. Twitter as a community for connecting and sharing business updates or life updates.
What am I supposed to even say to this? I don't understand. I think it's good. Great.
So on the nice list, that's what you're saying.
Either or, business or life? That can't be it.
First of all, it's called X, so he goes on the naughty list. So that's it. And he doesn't follow me, so he's on the naughty list. So goodbye. Enjoy your cold, Nick Shackelford.
Oh my God, rough. All right, I guess we can move on to the next one. This is an experimental format, you guys. Okay. Monitoring CPCs from resident troll Nate Lorenzen.
Monitoring, I'll allow it. That's fine. That's nice. That's fine.
On the nice list.
Sure. Nate's always on my nice list. He's a good dude.
Okay. Then let's do one more and then move on into the next segment.
Sorry, I'm on a time delay, I think.
Okay, here we go. Busy Monday morning.
Naughty list. Hard pass. No, thank you. Absolutely not. I gotta take it easy on a Monday morning, please.
Okay, and then there's one more thing to add to the naughty list, which is this segment, because we're never doing it again.
Naughty! Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
We need like a toilet flush or something.
Oh, tomato. There it is.
There it is.
Hanukkah berry. Hanukkah Harry, but
right.
better.
It's me.
All right. So we'll just sort of move on here to the final segment, Adtopsy Bangers. We do have some ads here that are certified winners. Love to take a look at them. Nicole, what do you got for us?
It's the Adtopsy Bangers. We call it to work and they did because you're amazing.
And it's ridiculous.
Little riff at the end.
That's from Blink 181, you guys.
Oh,
they
man.
were a little cheaper.
Tomato.
So we got this one. This one is also from Frazier on Twitter. Great guy, great agency. Let's take a look. Aloha Bars.
I've been on a mission to find a snack bar with high protein, low sugar, no stevia or any other artificial ingredients, and I have finally found it. Aloha Bars are 100% natural with no other extra stuff, just plant-based ingredients. Plus, these are the best tasting protein bars I have ever tried. On their site, I ordered their sample pack where you get 12 bars in 6 different flavors. My favorite are the peanut butter and chocolate chip. These aren't too dry like other protein bars out there, nor are they too fudgy. These are just right. These keep my hunger in check and give me a much needed boost throughout the day. I am extremely happy to find these, not only because they taste good, but these are exactly what I was looking for.
So this did work. I'll just say that I don't love it, but there absolutely is something to keeping it simple and not overcomplicating things. Often we do try to overcomplicate it with well done guy, but sometimes you just need someone to just friggin' deliver the lines. Any other ideas why this one is doing so well?
It's a great read. I mean, it's a basic read, but it's a great read. She's personable, friendly, has a good tone of voice. I think, yeah.
Yeah,
solid.
and she goes straight in with problem solution, like straight in. And I think in such a crowded space, it's a problem that a lot of people have, right? And we've worked in the bar space before. It's like finding the right bar that isn't gross is a thing that people have a hard time with. So it's very, very identifiable.
And she can go in on this. Oh, go ahead, Rachel.
I wasn't going to say anything.
All right, then I will cut
but
you.
But I could. I liked the music.
She can go in on
music, but
she can go in on the solution because this is targeted to people who are already looking for high protein, low sugar, and that's probably why it works. Is because it's getting that in the first 3 seconds. So if you're looking for that in the grocery store or whatever, you found it, or this is going to pique your interest for sure.
Did she say at one point that she's looking for bars that aren't too fudgy? Because that line like stuck out to me where I was like, what?
I hope she says it.
Yeah, it was like a Goldilocks line, I think.
Yeah.
Best tasting protein bars.
I really enjoyed just the whole. It just felt like a proper unboxing journey from here's the site. Now I get the thing. I open the thing. Then I take the product out of the thing, and then I eat the thing. Like I don't know, just a classic. Being able to do the basics well can net out a lot of performance.
Yeah, definitely accounts like you can get super creative on stuff as long as the basics are covered. Like do those, do the basics, and then start experimenting from there.
So well said.
It's a good ugly ad. It's a good ugly ad. Good green screen effect, standard branded, not a non-branded native font. All easy.
So this is a static ad that we did, and I'd love to get your take on why it worked, because we don't exactly know. I mean, like we have some sort of ideas, but let me see if it'll load the motion report for this one. So this and all the variations have spent a ton. Like this is a clearly identified winner. Don't pay attention to this ROAS; it's not accurate. But spent hundreds of thousands. We've changed it, we've edited it, or whatever. For us, it's like it goes against a lot of things that we say. Like keep it simple. This is like make it ridiculously complicated for some reason, but it works. Any thoughts?
It hurts my brain.
Yeah.
Truly.
Sure. I loved this on Twitter. Well, by the way, when you posted this on Twitter, and everyone, including myself, I think, was wrong about it.
I was wrong.
That. But like, I think that it's maybe creatively targeting everyone who's relevant to all of those products.
Could be.
Like in some way. I think maybe people get caught up in doing the math, kind of like those viral content that like it's like how many fingers do you see in this, and it's like but then there's like little hidden things inside of the thing, and you have to be and people will be like it's 5 obviously, and then you go to the comments and it's like oh it's 7, and then someone's like well you forgot that one, it's actually 12, and like it almost feels like one of those kind of things to me where people are actually pissed like something's shutting down in their brains or triggering in their brains to like have to spend time doing the math here. Maybe they're pulling out their calculators and being like wait a second, what is this?
Well, so it's important to identify or come up with theories about why it works, because if you put an ad out there and it does well, the client's going to be like, all right, do more of that. And then you have to figure out what that is about it to even do more. So if you're saying we need to do like a I Spy type ad, Barry, we'll do it.
Yeah, I think so. I'd wonder like if, you blurred some of the products here, like just a little bit, if that would do worse, or if you made a higher contrast color font on the right, that would do better or worse, and like more branded font, less branded font. The font on the top right, that if you do the math, the choice obvious. I don't know if that's branded or not.
It is,
but it does feel. It does feel like feels very much like A, news, and B, Apple. It feels very much like the Apple ad font. So that could be either of those components could be fundamentally what's working there.
I also think this is
you go.
Oh, good.
No, you go.
I was going to say, this is already kind of a variation. The composite image on the left is a top performer for a year. And so
okay.
We added the piece on the right, the math piece, and the whole equation nonsense. But really, that composite has been a high performer in composites in general for this brand, because it is so much about, I guess, the value in all of the brands that you get inside of the box. So this in itself is an iteration.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of my theory on it. Is it's less, and we're testing this, right? We're trying sort of like new pitches that have to do with the numbers and the math and the get your calculator and let's figure it out. But I also think, to Rachel's point about composites being really effective for them, I think because they sell such a variety of things that they're finding buyers that like to shop that way. Like I'm not one of those people that likes to dig through at Forever 21 or like at a TJ Maxx where there's just like rows and rows of things and you need like eagle eyes in order to like spot the thing that you want. But I do think that there's kind of shopper that really enjoys that experience.
Right.
And so I feel like that's the kind of person that we're finding. And that's why the composites are like, for me, that image is overwhelming. I don't want to shop like that. But for some people, that type of image is really exciting and they want to find all the things that they like.
Yep. I think Rob has been abducted, which is what happened. But
The kitchen elves got him.
Wait, what's this image version? Oh, what was that?
Oh, so this was another version because we're like, let's make it more, I don't know, visually interesting. It didn't work as well. We did a lot of playing around.
So first of all, I wanted to commend to you guys. And first of all, it's a great ad, but and if it's working, that's all that matters. The interesting thing to me would be like, first of all, that because the 20% text rule is, long dead and gone. Like, I think a lot of people forget that you can just jack up their images with text now.
Right.
So that's good. Can you scroll up a little? I just want to see the original here. I'd love to see if you could just harness if you haven't already, like just the $1,400 of products, use code free gift, and it's all yours for $220. Like just that, and just make that bigger, and include that's 85% off. Like, cause, and a version where you include if you do the math, it's obvious, and a version where you don't. I'd be interested to see if
there's no math to do.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Is that a joke? Was that sound effect a joke? Or is that just Rabah just coming back on? Because it sounded like Rabah just jumped back in from
like a faulty
dishwasher.
Towers or something. Yeah.
It only reminds me
Here
of
to
the
serve.
gif with the lady falling down the stairs while holding the big can of vodka or the big jug of vodka. Do you know what I'm talking about?
What a sound to be greeted by when you join a video call.
Aim to please. Can I throw my 2 cents in on the crazy ad though? Because I dropped out for a little bit.
Thank you.
I think I was flabbergasted by this. So this is always a reason to go against what you believe. Your theses. Just trying wacky stuff. Especially as Jess said, if you have your BAUs cranking, like you need to find incremental lift in other ways, and it's not going to be down the regular pathways. But I used a whole lot of words just to say, I think this ad is actually more of a filtering function than it is actually generating demand or intent. I think the people that value like these deals, the craziness, like the TJ Maxxers and things like that, this really resonates with them. And they see a big number, they see a small number at the bottom. They're like, "Fuck it, let's go shop a bunch of craziness and save a bunch of money." So that's my only thesis. Because other than that, it's like it's an aesthetic throw up. It's atrocious.
Well, that kind of brings a slight tear to my eye because I did design it, and I didn't design it to be atrocious, in your words.
It is an inadvertent ugly ad. It is a hideous ugly ad. Inadvertent.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the performance makes it pretty.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that. There was another one, but it's not like properly prepped, so we won't go into it. So that will conclude the show. Thank you, everyone, and the chat for sticking around. We do have this final like bonus segment where we do. So you know how like at the end, I don't know if you remember from 9 months ago, 2 people need to do like the intro for the YouTube video. One person, you remember? Where like one person's like, just hop, like amping it up, and the other person goes through the different segments that we did. Now I'm not going to choose which one. I don't know if you can see on the screen. We have a special wheel that's going to spin, and then that's going to choose the combination of people. So Nicola, if you want to spin the wheel, and let's see what happened.
Oh my God, the suspense is killing me. Do they have like a drum roll or anything?
I'm going to leave. It's on me. I'm leaving.
Exit chat.
Well,
and that's the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Then I will.
We're done.
I will spin it myself. Actually, the wheel's not spinning. I don't see it either. What is going on with this wheel? Okay, so
I hear a drum roll.
Oh, that's strong.
I do hear multiple drum rolls, but no wheel spinning.
Nice.
Do you think people tune in just for the technical difficulty of the week? Like, do you think that's part of it?
100%.
Oh, can we get that? Can we get that jingle? Technical difficulty of the week.
And then have like some really OG like graphic that pops up. That'd be cool.
Oh, it's spinning.
All right, spinning. Here we go. It takes some time to spin.
I'm legit stressed.
We should have started this wheel at the beginning of the show. Oh my God.
Oh, Nikki and Barry. Hey.
Hey.
See, I don't actually see it in the live preview, so I have to watch it in a separate screen that's just showing the live feed, and it's delayed. So thanks for telling me before I even saw it stop.
Sorry.
All right, who's who? Who does what?
So, Nikki, you come in hot, like amping people up, telling people it's a great show. Cue it over to Barry. Barry's going to tell people about the different segments, which is the
what did we do today?
The Adtopsy hopefuls, and then we did the failed segment that was your own Barry, Barry's naughty or nice list, and then the Adtopsy bangers as well.
Okay.
Done.
Great. I'm ready. I'll channel my inner Jess.
All right.
How do you always start the show the same exact way? Aren't you like, hey, it's Adtopsy or something?
100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour. Okay. Got it. Do I just go? Is there like a
you just go.
countdown?
You just
Are
go.
you sure? We do so many countdowns when we start the show. There's not a countdown for this segment?
There will be next show.
I can give you like a kitchen countdown.
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22.
Okay, Barry, I'm going to start. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Go for it, yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to a holiday special edition of Adtopsy. I'm channeling my inner Jess as we kick off the show with none other than Mr. Barry Hott, who's going to tell us a little bit about what we've done today. Barry, take it away.
Thank you, Nikki. This week on the Adtopsy Live Holiday Spectacular, we did our Adtopsy hopefuls where we reviewed our failures, including my own father, who I failed. I made an ad with him. And I made a hook that was very bad and failed. We also reviewed my naughty or nice list, which was a failed session. I'm so sorry again to my dad, who's definitely not watching this. And then we also reviewed some Adtopsy bangers, where we looked at some of our some big wins from recently. So yeah, that's it. All this week on our live holiday spectacular. But if you're watching this now, it's not live anymore. So it was live. We did this live. But you're not watching it live. But welcome to Adtopsy. Welcome.
We'll edit it. Thank you, Barry.
Have you guys seen the picture of the horse where it's beautiful at the beginning and horrible at the end? That's exactly what just happened.
Yes.
Which was the beginning beautiful part?
Nikki crushed it, and Barry, you kept propagating the vibe of the show.
I'm thrilled with.
You're still sexy.
So that concludes the show in the live stream. Before I end the live stream, since I have all of my favorite people here, I just wanted to
shout out to our audience, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
And the chat. I don't know if you can see what's on the screen right now.
Oh my God!
But this is the only chance where we could pull something like this off. So
our holiday picture.
Yeah, the holiday picture. Rabah, you are subbing in for Kenny, our newest hire, and Barry, you are Stokey the Bear.
Stokey the Bear.
That is I love that. I would wear a Stokey the Bear t-shirt.
Oh, would you? It's a little foreshadowing, sir.
Okay, great. So thanks to everyone, including all the watchers, for sticking through this hot mess as presented, and stay tuned for. Sometime in January is when we're restarting it.
Okay. New year, new you.
Yep. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Oliver.
Thanks,
Thanks, Brett. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.